I think this might have been one of the most exciting matches I can remember between two guys.
Sinner getting hot again, and the Italian flags are flying.
Talk about a future rivalry. I think we're in the midst of it right now.
Ripping the forehand again, and the majestic touch to finish.
I'm Chris Eubanks, and today we're going to break down the 2023 Miami Open semifinal between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner.
What a climax we have to this 2023 Miami Open.
Really exciting tennis from two, phenomenal shot makers, two phenomenal athletes, but in a way, they're different styles. I think Sinner, I would say, is a bit more solid from the back. He doesn't really try to, get too creative, whereas Carlos has so many different options. He has so many different tools that he can use, and that's kind of what makes it exciting. You want to see, the chess match that takes place. Sinner got up an early break in the first. Great ball striking, looking to get to net, try to force the issue, wants to be the aggressor.
Sinner grabs the outright lead.
Then comes what I think was the point of the year last year, one of the best points that I've ever seen while watching a tennis match live. The momentum swings in this 1 point alone, so exciting for the viewers at home to watch. A drop shot from Alcaraz, Sinner digs it out, great backhand cross. I thought the point was going to be over there. Sinner finds a way to get it back to neutral. And now they're just kind of in a baseline exchange of who's going to take the advantage. Sinner takes an incredible backhand up the line. Carlos slides, falls to his butt, makes the shot anyway, turns defense to offense. Now he's the aggressor coming to net, and Sinner comes up with a beautiful flick backhand pass, leaves Alcaraz laying flat on his back. I can remember watching this point live, and the camera pans to tournament director James Blake, along with the rest of the crowd, giving a massive standing ovation. And I immediately text James and I said, I think that was the greatest point I've ever seen. And he responded back pretty quickly and said, unbelievable. So it wasn't just me. We've got James, who's been four in the world, seen some of the best tennis, been on court for some phenomenal matches. To hear him say that, validated what I thought of that point. And I think what the world thought of that point was really, really cool.
After everything that had gone before, to have the presence of mind and also just the loose hand, the relaxation, the skill set to flip that pass is just incredible. Most players would have been on their knees. And Jannik Sinner got the first knockdown punch.
The funny thing about this point or this moment in the match is that although Sinner won the point, he ended up still getting broken. And to me, that's just a testament to the mentality that, the players at the top of the game, like in Alcaraz, like they have. They don't really let points go. They don't let games go. After a grueling point like that, it would be very easy to say, you know what, let me just kind of take some cuts here. But he doesn't do that. He gets the opportunity to break at 30-40, plays a really good return, backhand cross. Both guys are playing pretty neutral and pretty safe in the backhand cross exchange.
Right back on serve. This battle is far from over.
Carlos, again, so smart. He sees the Sinner is creeping to net, throws in a chip right at his feet. It's a very tough half volley pickup to get the break. We see a show of emotion from Alcaraz. We expect him to kind of let you see the fire that he has, get the crowd involved. He did just that after getting the break. And then we're sitting there not really knowing who's going to win this first set. In a matchup of Carlos or Jannik playing maybe a lesser opponent, you would say typically, the first set is going to be really important for this guy. He needs to get it after being up a break. He's not able to get it. And somehow Alcaraz is able to squeak out the first set, play some phenomenal tennis to get it.
And first set, Alcaraz, 7-6.
And the streak remains alive. Well, look at what it means to him. He's delighted.
And that's when you would say if there was any other opponent on the other side of the net, maybe outside of a Djokovic or Medvedev or those guys, you kind of can say, all right, Carlos might run away with this second set. He isn't able to do that. Sinner stays strong. He's able to kind of get his teeth into it. Breaks him first game, actually, of the second set, which is something you don't see too often. And then you just start to see the momentum kind of shift. Sinner starts to play it with a lot more confidence, starts to go bigger from the ground, and then forcing his issue to the net, which is something that I'm sure he's been working on with his team. It's something that, with as big as he hits from the ground, opponents are constantly defending deep behind the baseline, having to play squash shots. And you can see he makes the effort to really get comfortable at net, try to force his way in there. That's just another tool that he can add to his toolbox. And he did it exceptionally well. Carlos actually able to get it back on serve in the second set.
Game. Alcaraz
4 of the 6
4
games needed
to 3.
to move back to the final in Miami. Mental resolve intact.
Somehow just is able to take control. He's able to play a bit cleaner, a bit more efficient. Again, maybe not as spectacular of shot making as an Alcaraz, but it gets the job done. And I think that's the fun thing about this matchup between the two, is that on one side, you got an incredible athlete, phenomenal shot maker, guy that anytime you go to one of his matches, you don't know what you're going to see. You know you're going to see something spectacular and likely something you've never seen before on a tennis court. You just don't know what it is. You go to a Jannik Sinner match, you know it's going to be great defensive skills and exceptional ball striking. And so that's what makes the matchup kind of fun, in a way that the guys kind of problem solve throughout the course of the match.
He's made it. He's clipped the baseline. And he's stolen the point. Two-hander is a special shot. And this is right up there with the best of them.
And just like the second set, Sinner's able to get a break. First game of the third. Looks at his team, and this is when you start to feel the momentum kind of shift. It's crazy. First 2 sets were taking over 2 hours and 20 minutes. These guys are still giving it their all.
Majestic.
Carlos does a great job kind of trying to get the crowd more on his side. He's down a break, but he's playing some great tennis.
Vamos, Hard Rock Stadium.
Suddenly ripping the forehand again, and the majestic touch to finish.
Late in the third, Sinner up 4-2, Alcaraz serving. And again, we see Alcaraz kind of end on his back. Just the physicality of both guys, to see these guys almost 3 hours in a 3-set match and still giving it their all, so impressive.
Brilliant redirection behind Alcaraz. And Carlos down, but not out.
This is when Sinner just kind of takes control of the match, is able to get a double break.
Game Sinner. Sinner leads.
Jannik Sinner covets a return to the final.
And is able to win what I think was one of the most exciting and one of the most thrilling matches that I can remember, between 2 incredibly young players, 2 incredibly exciting players to be able to watch. And I think we're going to be in store for a lot of fun and exciting matchups between these 2 for years to come.
Game, set, match. Sinner. 2 sets to 1.
It's refused to lose from the Italian Jannik